Hello, my lovelies. See this beautiful fried rice? Let me show you how I made it. Okay. So in my pan, I've got a tablespoon of coconut oil, and then I added my diced garlic and onions. Okay. Yes. And if you like more, you can add more onions. Yeah, I used about half, I think it's a half an onion, red onion in there. Hmm. And the garlic, it was about 2 cloves, 2 or 3 cloves, I believe. Okay, so now I'm adding my Scotch bonnet peppers, just one pepper. I just dice it too, and because I like my food spicy. If you don't like spicy, you don't have to add that. But as I said, I love spices, so I added that. Okay, how are you today, by the way? How's your family? All right, so I just added my frozen shrimps that I thawed. So they are baby shrimps that I use to give that umami taste, like, you know, that Maggi taste. I don't like using Maggi cubes, so that's what I use for my instead of Maggi. And now I just added my, it's half a teaspoon of turmeric, turmeric. Okay, that gives it the beautiful golden color that we love in our fried rice. Okay, so there we go. And now I'm going to add my basil, dried basil, and then dried thyme. But you can add any spices that you like to use in your savory dishes. That's okay. All right. So I'm going to incorporate that in there. The kitchen was smelling amazing. Really, it was smelling so good. And now I'm adding some salt to taste. Yes. So before I started this whole thing, I that rice was cooked on actually on Sunday. I made some dishes, and so I made some fried rice with it, and the leftover is what I'm using for this. By the way, leftover rice is the best to use for fried rice because you want the rice a little hardened. So if you have some rice in the fridge that's hardened, those are the best to use for fried rice. Leftover rice, perfect. So I just added my carrot mix. So that's I used 2 sticks of carrot. I shredded them, and then frozen peas and carrots because I needed some green in there and I didn't have green peppers. So I used the frozen stuff in there. And I don't like to cook my vegetables for too long, so that's good. Now I'm adding my eggs. You do not have to add eggs to this at all, but I added 2 eggs. You can add more or less or none at all. And other people use soy sauce in their rice, in their fried rice, but I don't. I don't like using soy sauce. So yeah, this is what I use for mine. And so I'm just going to cook it for a little bit and then incorporate it with the rest of the mixture there. Yeah, so so glad to have you here. And I hope you try this out with your family and let me know how it goes, okay? I just added my diced red peppers in there. And adding some moisture in there, a little bit of water, because as you know, the rice is old, right? So it's a little hard. The moisture will help it soften a little bit, but you don't want to add too much because you don't want your thing to be soggy. And it spoils quickly too if you have too much moisture in there. I just put a dash of cayenne pepper in there, and then I added a little bit of salt in there just to make sure the taste is up to par. And so yes, now I'm adding my old rice in there. hmm that's golden basmati rice. Basmati rice. Okay, that's what I use for this. You can use any rice, but I enjoy using those because they're nice and long and they look pretty when you cook with them. So why not? Why not? So yes, as you can see, I'm breaking some apart because they're lumpy and I want them to all have the flavor in there. So yeah, I'll be breaking some apart, mixing them, make sure everything is mixed up. And I turn my fire off, my stove off because you don't want the rice to start burning. Okay, so cook everything on medium heat and adjust as needed. Okay, you don't want to burn, you don't want to have a burnt taste in your fried rice. No. In jollof, I don't mind that smoky taste smell in it, but in fried rice, mm-mm. So we'll mix and mix and mix. Okay, so I have a question for you. Have you read the story about King Saul, how he lost his kingship, and then King David, how he took someone's wife and God punished him? So both of them committed a heinous crime against God, but one lost his kingship and the other was forgiven. Although he also got punished, but he was forgiven. He kept his kingship. Do you know why? If you do, I need you to comment in the comments area. Let me know why God forgave one and God took the kingship from the other. And what was the lesson you learned from that verse when you that Bible story when you read it? So I served my rice with omelette, and you can do whatever with. You can add chicken to it, turkey, whatever, fish. I like omelette, so I added that. And that brown sauce there is shito. It's a Ghanaian pepper sauce. And one of these days I'll make a recipe and put it on there. It's so yummy. That sauce you can eat it with everything. It's so so good. Well, thank you so much. Have you subscribed to my channel yet? Please consider subscribing because it helps the video to reach more people. But thank you so much for visiting. Thank you for watching. God bless you.